Hello, in this video I would like us to discuss on 4 ways in which we can cut the cost of construction by about 70%. And number one that we shall discuss is the proper utilization of space. Two, doing a foundation that adapts to the site conditions. Three, consolidation of the plumbing system. And number four, proper acquisition of materials. Thank you and welcome. To explain better on the space utilization, I would like us to look at the above design. From point A to point B is all a corridor. So you will realize that you cannot do anything with that space. We call it a circulation space because it's actually a movement space. You cannot put a seat, you cannot put a bed or anything else. In such a house, you will realize the house looks so big from outside, but when you get inside, you wonder how come the space looks so squeezed or the rooms look so squeezed. Like in that corridor, you will realize the space of the corridor takes even the space bigger than the lounge. And one thing that we should put focus on is anytime when you add a square meter to a space or to a house, remember, in that square meter there will be the foundation. In that square meter there will be the slab. There will be the floor finishing. Roof will increase. And in that corridor, remember, you have added an extra wall, meaning that you've used so many walls. That means the cost of construction will have to go high. And in many occasions, in the countries where maybe a construction is not so expensive, you will realize the square meter from everything to the finishing, it can go to around $350 in the places where construction is not high. If you look at that design, you will realize it is actually bigger than the lounge. So let's say, for instance, it is 25 square meter. 25 square meter plus 350. So the owner will have used around $8,000 extra that he would have cut if the design was better. So instead of using two big corridors to connect spaces, it is good to use lobby, and this one can be explained better in design. Let's look at our next design for us to understand that better. Now let's look at this other design. Lobby B. From the great room, it leads to bedroom 2, bedroom 3, and the bath 2. You can see the lobby is just small, and it serves a great purpose, serving 3 rooms. Look at lobby A. Lobby A also from the great room to the master bedroom and to the laundry, and it is just a small space. That design is awesome. Look at the connection from the kitchen to the great room. That is the kitchen and dining and the great room. It is an open kitchen. I am not saying that it's only the open kitchen that can save space, but at least you can see there are no many corridors and things of that sort. There are no many walls. So that house from outside, it might look a reasonable size, and that is what exactly is reflected when you get inside. So utilization of space is very important. I would like us to look at how we can cut the cost of construction of the foundation. And I would like us to look at that foundation from point A to point B. That is the area that is always backfilled, and you can see it is 11 feet. What do you do when you get to that foundation? That means the soil, before you get to a stable ground, you will need to go very deep, especially in black cotton soil. In such a scenario, you don't need to backfill with material like you can see in this photo. The backfilled area is the area that is where you can see A and B. You don't need to backfill it. What you need is to suspend the slab in a way that it will not have anything underneath, so it will be reinforced. Now, the most important thing is when you're suspending a slab, it needs to be at a reasonable height where someone can go below it and get the props after, and it is by so doing it is easier to erect the props and to remove them after the foundation is done. So it is good to be keen on the type of foundation you're doing depending on your site conditions. Another way to cut on the cost is the consolidation of the wet areas. By wet areas, I mean areas like bathroom, toilet, kitchen, laundry. Those areas will get much water. For instance, in our design, you will find A, B, C, and D are wet areas. A being the toilet for the master bedroom, B being the common bathroom, C being the common toilet, and D being the kitchen. When the wet areas are put on one side or on one corner, like you can see in this design, it will mean lesser usage of plumbing pipes. But in some designs, you will find a wet area at Z, another one at Y, another one at D, and another one at somewhere like B or A, meaning that there must be pipes all around the house, increasing the cost of piping. So where possible, it is good to ensure that the wet areas are on one side. No wonder at times you will find in a design that a house that looks to be of the same size, but the cost of construction is very different. And finally, I'd like us to look at how we can cut the cost of the construction materials. One thing, it is good to be keen on where you're acquiring your materials, especially the distance from where the site is and the supplier. For instance, the quarries, the hardwares. It is good to cut on the cost of transport. Get them to nearer places. And also, it is also good to compare prices from different suppliers so that you can get the best price, and at the same time you will be in a position to get the best quality. It is not good to do things in a hurry. Take your time, plan for your project, and by so doing you will be in a position to cut on some of the unnecessary costs. In our next video, we shall look at how we can do a flat roof without necessarily using a slab up there. One thing I've realized, many people like flat roof designs, but when they imagine the cost of construction of a slab up, they shy away. You know, a slab there must be columns that are supporting it, and that would be extra cost. But at times you can do a flat roof using iron sheets that are slanting gently and covered by a parapet wall. I will give a detail on how to do that. Flat roof at times is way cheaper than the pitched roof because you even don't need to use those high-end or quality iron sheets. You can just use the normal of them, but you shall see how to go about that. Thank you so much for watching. Click a like button, subscribe for more videos, and if you've got a question or a comment, you can leave it on the comment box. Thank you so much.